Jean, are you there? All right, I heard, I think it was something like KJ6CME. Could you repeat? Okay, I got King Frank 6. I think it's Tango, oh boy, I've forgotten what M is, oh my gosh. Tango Mike, Echo, Tango Mike Echo, is that correct?
N0OER is here too.
All right, very good. What's your name, sir?
N0OER, he's in the background, he'll be here.
All right, and I'm hearing N0OER. Thank you for saying hello. And I believe your name is Jean, is that correct?
Yes, Jean is the name. Roger, Roger.
All right, well, welcome, Jean. Glad you're here with us. And for KF6TME, you did tell me your name, but I didn't get it written down, and my brain has lost it. Could you please repeat?
Well, that's all right. Just call me not late for supper, over.
And I'm still having trouble hearing your name. There's a bit of an echo with your signal, but I can look you up on QRZ and get an idea what it is, so no worries. Thanks for joining us this evening.
All right. It's Jean, Golf Echo, November Echo, over.
All right, Jean, we have two Jeans in a row. Thank you for spelling it out for me. That made it much easier. Very good. Looks like we also have a, let's see, who else? KF6TME, we've got you. I think something's not quite right with the call on our net logger, but we'll figure out what it is. And because the name is Jean, Deanna, so something's not right there. Maybe take a look at KF6TME. All right, it is 1 minute until the top of the hour. I'll invite one more time if there's anyone who would like to check into the group.
Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf.
Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. Well, good evening. Thanks for being there.
Good evening, Patti. We're just going to be standing by and listening and ready for the net. W5MHG.
All right, very good. So glad to have you with us this evening. Are you doing your recording this evening, or is it too noisy?
Yeah, we're recording right now, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, Mark. Well, thank you so much. It's very kind of you to do that. And I don't know if anybody else is, well, I know others are listening because they've told me they have been, but I like to go back and listen and kind of just enjoy it without the activity of trying to keep up with call signs, etc. But anyway, thanks for being here, Mark. Always good to have you with us. One more time, anybody else who would like to check in, and I do see you there at K6EXY. We'll get you on the list. Anyone else? All right, very good. We have made it to 0200 Zulu, so we will get started with tonight's ladies' conversation group. My call is Kilo Echo 7 India Romeo, KE7IR. Some people like to hear KE7 infrared. That was my husband's favorite way of saying it anyway. And anyhow, good to have you all here this evening. Our topic this evening is a little bit different. You're going to have to be a little introspective and think about what you might want to advise. So the question is, if you were able to tell your earlier self something that you now know, what would that be? Something that, if you had known it at a younger age, would have been helpful. So I'll give you a few minutes to think about that while we ask one last time if there's anyone wanting to check in. This is KE7IR.
Kilo November 6, India.
Kilo, November 6, India, Quebec. And your name, sir?
Name here is Larry.
Well, hi, Larry. Are you in California, as your call sign would imply?
Yeah, that's right. I'm right there in Chula Vista, about 5 miles north of the border and about a mile and a half from the ocean.
Well, wonderful. If you've been here before, I've forgotten, and if so, forgive me, but I am going to just inform you and anybody else who's listening that we call this the Ladies' Conversation Group. But it is far from a ladies-only group. We encourage ladies. We ask our participants if they have a lady in the house to bring her along. Let her get experience on the air if she wishes to. We're just trying to encourage it and make it a nice, friendly place where we talk about stuff other than antennas all the time. So you're very welcome to be here. We'll put you on. In fact, you're already on the list, Larry. And we're going to go through the list one time with the initial question, which is, what would you tell your younger self if only you knew what you know now? Just sort of an introspective advice sort of thing, I guess you would say. So that's what's going to be asked of you when we get to you the first time. We do 2 rounds. The second round will be subject of your choice, whatever you'd like to talk about. And then we close it up. It usually goes about 45 minutes to an hour. So welcome, Larry.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, no, we asked the ex-wife, but she's kind of like, this is my thing, and she's got her thing, so, we draw the line. And we did ask, though.
Well, thank you very much. And you never know, if you keep visiting with us, she may change your mind along the way if she's within earshot, because there are, just a lot of nice people here. But nevertheless, of course, it's everyone's choice, whether they want to or not. So thank you, Larry. We will get started with, I guess I'll give a comment on what I wish my earlier self had known. I tend to be a little bit, not fully, but a little bit of a perfectionist in some areas, and I hate making mistakes. But what I have learned over the years, and, just gradually dawned on me, I have learned a whole lot more from the mistakes I've made than from the successes I've had. Successes, you get to cheer and throw some confetti and feel good, but what do you really learn from? The wrong turns that you made so you don't do that again. So that's what I would tell myself. Lighten up and don't worry about it. Just go out and give it a try, and if you make a mistake, so what? All right, with that, I will send it to Deanna and see what sage words of advice she has for her earlier self. N9ASN, KE7IR.
K7IR and the group. This is N9ASN. Thank you, Patti, and I hope I got everybody on the list correctly. If not, please tell me in the AIM window or give me a heads up after this. I had to think about this for a while, and truthfully what I came up with, Patti, is very similar to what you said. I would definitely laugh more, don't take myself as serious, and have more fun, and don't be afraid to take risks, which I was very reluctant to do in my past. Anyway, that would be my advice to my younger self, and I will turn it back to you. I'll leave you in a pause for anyone who needs to make a correction for their name or call sign on the AIM window, or on NetLogger. So N9ASN, back to KE7IR.
All right, I'll repeat just in case anybody didn't hear. If anyone is seeing an error on their name or call sign or anything like that on the NetLogger, please let us know now. We're listening. All right, and Erica, I didn't see a response on the AIM window, but you have been added to the list. So let me just ask verbally, K4NOV, hopefully you want to be here?
Yes, this is Kilo 4 November Oscar Victor. I'm barely pulling you in. I hope you can hear me. Over.
I am hearing you on the Northern Utah SDR. Where are you located?
in Windsboro, Virginia, about 40 miles west of Charlottesville. Over.
All right, very good. Virginia, 40 miles west of Charlottesville. Well, welcome, Eric. I'm glad you're here. I am hearing you on the SDR. I'm going to move my antenna a little bit to try to favor you a little bit more and see if that helps you at all. But if you have access to the Northern Utah SDR, you'll be able to hear me very well there, I think. All right, hang in there. We'll be back to you in a minute for today's question, which is, if only you could have done it, what would you advise your earlier self, something that you've learned along the way that would have helped you at an earlier time in your life? All right, let's move it on over to W5GHU. Billy, listening for your advice.
I'd like to turn off the SDR. I'm listening to you on the Northern Utah SDR and hear you better than on tracked radio. I had to think about this all day today, at various times during the day today, and I finally came to the conclusion, pay more attention to raising children is the conclusion I came to. So that's it, Patti. KE7IR, W5GHU.
All right, very good. I'm listening to you on the SDR as well, Billy. I can hear you direct, but it's just so much easier on the SDR. And that reminds me of that song, I think it was Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. Good advice. Don't forget, they grow up fast and then they're gone. All right, let's see what Doug has to say. WT6R, KE7IR.
KE7IR in the group, WT6R. Well, thank you, Patti, for having another good subject tonight. I think if I had to talk to my younger self, I would, number one, I would say eliminate a couple of hobbies that I had that took up a lot of my time, took time away from spending time with my children, like playing golf and like going out sailing on a sailboat like I know Ed is thinking about right now. But I think for the most part, it would be to, as you said, lighten up a little bit and spend more time, quality time with the kids rather than worrying about my own hobbies. So that's about all I've got right now, Patti. KE7IR, WT6R.
All right, WT6R, this is KE7IR. Well, thank you, and I guess we all are saying similar things, you know? Don't get so upset over the little things. Life is too short. All right, let's see what Dr. John has to say. K0BAC, KE7IR.
K7IR, K0VAC. Very good to be here tonight. Thanks very much for letting me in here. My friend N0OER just up the road a mile away from me. He's on the number 9 here, so he's got some interesting things to say as well. I would say to myself, beware of lifestyle creep. What I mean by that is when your discretionary spending increases with your income and luxuries become necessities, which tends to tank savings. You don't have any savings for the future. So a common sign of that is you have increasing debt with increasing higher pay. You have difficulty saving, and you don't have a budget. So I think if I looked at all those things, I would probably be paying a lot more attention to that. Now that I know where I am right now. K0VAC. Back to you, Patti.
All right, very good advice. Excellent, as a matter of fact. Well, thank you, John. All right, let's see what Linda has to say. W7LJM, I hope you can hear me. KE7IR.
KE7IR, W7LJM. Boy, it's really rough hearing, but the SDR is helping. I guess I would go back and say don't try to please other people so much. It doesn't get you anywhere. So that's lighten up. I like those. Just have more fun. And that's pretty much it. For me, back to you, KE7IR. I'll get back to the SDR so I can hear something. This is W7LJM.
All right, very good, Linda. I, too, had to listen to you on the SDR, which is funny. We're so close together. But obviously, tonight is a different night. Thank you so much, and good advice. Try not to worry so much about what other people think. That was something I said a few weeks ago when we were talking about sayings that you like. And it was, what other people think of me is none of my business. And that is the truth. All right. Well, let's see how Nick is sounding tonight. NM5NU, KE7IR.
Hey, thank you, Patti, and good evening to you and the group NM5NU here in Placitas, New Mexico. And first, a little bit of housekeeping here. Well, Leanna would love to be here, but she sends her best wishes to the group tonight. She is still up in Colorado Springs at my daughter and son-in-law's new home up there. I flew down to Austin on Thursday and helped them move up to Colorado Springs, and then just got back today. I drove down here from Colorado Springs and got in about 6 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. So we are here. N2GG, Gil, sends his best to the group tonight. He's been on a cruise down in the Australia and New Zealand area. I think he's in Perth for a few days doing some sightseeing, and then should be back and headed back home by Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. Patti, as to your question, the one thing I could tell my younger self would be that, first of all, a little bit of background. I had a college education available to me when I was quite young and did not take advantage of that. The career that I chose did not necessarily require that college education, but I wish I had gone ahead and gotten a degree at the time, because I could have done that, and it was available to me, and I wish I had done that. That's the one thing. There's many other things, too, and I've heard some great comments tonight regarding, not taking things seriously and being there for your children, and I think we were, but as I go back to my earlier days, I wish I had taken advantage, I guess, of that education, and that's the one thing I'll mention on this round. So, Patti, good to hear you. Everybody's sounding great tonight. Back to you, KE7IR from NM5NU in New Mexico.
All right. Thank you very much, Nick, and good to hear everybody's thoughts on this. Sometimes somebody younger will be listening, and it might help. You never know. All right, let's go over to Craig. But before doing that, let me welcome Al, K6AAI. I saw you on the NetLogger. I assumed you'd want to join in, so I put you on the list. All right, KK7WUJ Craig over there in Moses Lake, Washington. How are you tonight?
KK7WUJ. I got both the daughters over here, and we talked about this whole scenario, and neither one of them would actually, I guess, the mic shine. But, if I could go back and give myself, my younger self, some advice, it would be have more confidence in yourself, and don't necessarily listen to the suggestions that people give you or the advice people give you, because sometimes advice given to you is not meant for you, but it's meant for the person giving the advice. So it made me somewhat cynical, but that is how the world goes, and sometimes free advice is not good advice. KK7WUJ, back to KE7IR.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for your comments, Craig, and I think you're right about that. And hopefully we've all learned that somewhere along the way. All right, let's go to N0OER Gene in Kansas and see what you have to say on this subject. This is KE7IR.
I've got a lot, but I will say that I would, if I told my younger self,
a bit of trouble copying you there, Gene. Did anyone else get that can relay?
K0VAC relay.
Go, John.
He said that he never should have gotten rid of his Roadrunner. To this day, he regrets he got rid of his Roadrunner back when he was younger. Go ahead.
His Roadrunner. Is that a car?
Roger, roger.
Okay, very good. Well, I bet you we all have a little thing like that we wish we could turn the clock back on. Well, Gene, thanks for sharing that with us, and let's go over to Gene number 2, KF6TNE. Your turn. Are you still there, Gene? KF6 Tango Mike Echo?
Kilo November 6 Yankee Tango Yankee.
All right, maybe he's not hearing me anymore. Just asking, did anyone hear him?
Kilo November 6 Yankee Tango Yankee.
All right, I'm having trouble copying, so if anybody can relay, please do so.
Kilo November 6 Yankee Tango Yankee, Southern California.
Kilo November 6th something, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It sounds a little bit off frequency.
It's Kilo November 6 Yankee Tango Yankee. What frequency are you on?
I'm on 7.23400.
Okay, I'm on your frequency, Kilo November 6 Yankee Tango Yankee, Southern California.
All right, I'm hearing you now. We're running a net here, but you're very welcome to join us if you'd like to. What's your name, sir?
My name's Ken. Are you running a net?
Yes, we're doing a group called the Ladies Conversation Group, and we're just in the middle of going through our first topic of the evening.
Well, I apologize for busting in. What's your location?
I'm in southern Arizona, very near Tucson.
Okay, Kilo November 6 Yankee Tango Yankee, saying I'm sorry for budging in.
All right, very good. If you wish, when we get to the bottom of the list and you want to join in, feel free to jump back in. I will try to remember to give you an opportunity to do that. All right, let's see. Where were we? Let's try Mark, W5MHG, for this first topic, Mark, KE7IR.
Okay, KE7IR, W5MHG. Very good. Thanks for running it. We are recording for YouTube if you'd like to check it out. Later on, it's on YouTube. We will be up there, Y Ham Radio with the letter Y, Ham Radio. You can, for your enjoyment. To answer your question, Patti, two things. One, patience. When I was younger, I would need more patience for sure. And the second one was don't overthink. Don't overthink. Thanks so much, Patti. We'll send it back to you. KE7IR, W5MHG in the group.
Oh, such good advice, Mark. Just do it, right? Give it a try. What can go wrong? Well, lots of things, but you'll learn from it. All right, let's see what Ed has to say. K6EXY. Hello there, Ed.
Good evening, Patti. This is K6EXY. And I have one comment along your topic. I would have told myself this would be like in the early teens. And I think all teenagers go through a period of not knowing who they are, what they are, how good they are, how bad they are, and so forth. It's just part of being a teenager. And I would have told myself to be socially more self-confident. I think a few years later, I made up for it. And I always had tons of self-confidence when it came to technical issues and mechanical and electrical and do-it-yourself, I couldn't see anything that I couldn't do, and probably do well, not with necessarily the speed and the agility of professionals, but for example, arts, being able to draw or paint, let's say, the human face or a hand or something like that for multiple people. My older brother was quite an artist, and he did a number of rather significant paintings, both for work and for play, so to speak. And at the age of 8, I decided, heck, I can do that. And so I did a bunch of drawings and paintings, which are quite remarkable, if I say so myself. If you saw them, you would agree. But socially, not so much. And then I have another comment. Somebody mentioned about making mistakes. As most of you know, I did sailboat racing for like 60 years and became quite good, but I can honestly tell you I learned so much more from the mistakes I made. You could go through and win a race, and you don't know what you did. You just know you won. But when you lose and you see the mistake you made, you say, boy, I'm not going to make that mistake again. And you definitely learn a ton from your mistakes. So those are my early comments. And back to you, Patti. This is K6EXY.
Well, thank you, Ed, for the advice. And it's really interesting how our themes sort of circle around the same things from different viewpoints, of course. All right, very good. Thank you so much. KN6IQ, Larry, it is your turn.
Yeah, usually Ed is booming like 20 over, so it's the band has gone definitely wrong, but it's placed to your favor, so no matter where your beam is pointed at, I got S9 plus over here on the inverted V dipole. I would say that, when you get married at, 17 and the wifey was 16, that's a mistake for a variety of reasons. But, what I hope that continues is that aging is inevitable, but wisdom is optional. So I hope I continue to be wise with my age. Over.
Well, very good. One can hope. And most of the time, I think we're successful at that. Well, thank you, Larry. Very good to hear you. And join us again. I will do a little bit of advertising right now. If there's anybody on here that this is your first time, or that you're not receiving emails from me as reminders on Sunday morning, if you would like to receive a reminder, please go to QRZ and look up Kilo Echo 7 India Romeo. My email address is correct there. Just send me a quick email that you'd like to be added to the email distribution, and I will do so. And if anybody wants to be removed, let me know that, and I will remove you right away. It's completely optional whether you get it or not. All right, I'm hoping that Erica is still with us. I know the noise level was terrible for her, but let's send it over there and see. Kilo 4, November, Oscar, Victor. This is KE7IR.
KE7IR, this is Kilo 4, November, Oscar, Victor, Erica. Thank you so much for running this net. Yeah, we're having big storms coming through tonight, so I'm sure that's causing the QRN. What a great group, and these comments have been wonderful. I guess the main thing I would tell my younger self that basically it's no one else's job to make me happy. It's ultimately up to me, and honestly, my older self is still working on that, but that's all I have to say about that. And again, Patti, thanks for doing this. Back to you, K4 NOV.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Erica. I know there have been other evenings where we were able to hear each other easier, and hopefully we'll have one of those again soon. But this is where we find out how tough we are to get through the noise and still find a way to communicate. I'm listening to you on the Northern Utah SDR, and you're pretty good into there. And yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Happiness is your choice. You can choose to be happy or not. It's up to you. All right. Thanks so much for being there, Erica. We will do a second round, and if you're able to hang in there, it'll be the subject of your choice when we get to that. All right. Let's go to Alan now, K6AAI. Hello there, Al.
Well, thank you for Patti for and letting me come in and say hello. I don't think I know you, but it's interesting to hear Erica, who's in Waynesboro. I went to University of Virginia in Charlottesville. I never hear anybody from Virginia, but that's a long way from Sacramento, California. That's for sure. Don't know how my signal is getting over to you in Arizona, but it's probably okay. I'm hearing about everybody. I'm not doing the SDR, so I'm hearing everybody pretty well. And I guess the advice, two pieces of advice that I can think of. One is that good looks are transitory, stupid is forever. I wish I'd known that when I was 17. And the second one is that 99% of the stuff we worry about never happens. So that's my contribution to your Sunday net, and I'll come back again. So again, thanks for the electrons. We'll catch you another time. This is Kilo 6 Alpha Alpha India, Al in Fair Oaks, California.
All right, very good, Al. I don't know if you heard, but we do 2 rounds. The next round is going to be a subject of your choice. You're welcome to stay and welcome to join us any Sunday. We're here every Sunday at somewhere in this range. You know, we have to find an open spot, and it seems to change every week. But anyway, I love what you said. Good luck is transitory. Stupid is permanent. Oh, my goodness. I love that. Okay, very good. Let's go on over to KJ6 Yankee Victor Delta. Hello there.
Hello, Patti. Kilo Golf 6 Yankee Victor Delta here, North San Diego County. I wasn't here for the very beginning because we've got a local emergency services net that lasts about 10 minutes, and so I lose the first 10 minutes. But I did kind of get the gist of what was going on, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't think anything bright or intelligent, and then I heard Alan there a moment ago, the last one, and I'll concur with what he had to say. That was great. Back to net control, Kilo Golf 6, Yankee Victor Delta.
All righty, thank you so much. It's good to have you here with us, and I hope you'll join us many times. Every Sunday we're here, and it's great to have a nice signal coming in. All right, one more on the list, and then I'll check with those in the net logger that haven't gotten on the list yet. KK6ITB, Ralph, and I believe Laura, if we've got that right.
Well, hello there, Patti in the net. Yeah, I just signed up for this thing. I don't know who Laura is. And I know I didn't type that in. And I don't have a Laura on my QRZ profile or my license. I don't know who that is. My wife's name is Lily, but I'll tell you what, it does, the comment I have does relate back to that. Now, when we first got married, she was working as a dental assistant, and I was trying to break into the broadcast industry and television broadcasting. Well, one of her patients turned out to work for the Dr. Demento show when it was still on the air in Los Angeles on KMET radio. And she said, hey, can I have my husband call you? He says, absolutely. And I never did muster the courage to call the man, and I finally lost the contact information. And from that point on, I said to myself, well, if I am going to have some sort of opportunity practically fall into my lap, I am never, ever going to let it go, and I'm going to muster up the courage and do it every time, contact that person, and like I said, when opportunity knocks, you answer the door. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to have to figure out exactly how the heck to edit this program, figure out who the heck Laura is, and other than that, that's about all I have to say. I don't know if I can make it to the second round, but thanks for having me. I've been looking forward to this, and I'm so glad. back to that control.
All right, very good, Ralph. Don't worry too much about Laura. I think that was just an error on our part. Sometimes we have people come in and their spouse will sometimes join them, and probably, the I slipped on the list or something, so don't worry about it. It's just a little error, and it has now been fixed. All right, I see that we have a KH6JRC. Looks like name is Jim lurking. Would you like to join us?
Well, good evening, Patty, and everyone else. This is the KH6JRC. I'm in Redding, California. I'm 160 miles north of Sacramento and 160 miles south of the California-Oregon state line. Well, this is my first time, as you can well tell. I haven't, I just was standing the van and just stopped in. And back to you, Patty, KH6JRC.
All right, very good, Jim. We're glad to have you with us, and here you're in California. I was unable to hear you direct for some reason, but I did hear you on the Northern Utah SDR, so thanks for joining us, and I hope you'll do so again. We're here every Sunday. We start at 0200 Zulu, which is 7 o'clock p.m. in Arizona, as well as California now, and you're very welcome to join us anytime. All right, very good. Are there any other folks out there that want to get on the list and answer the first question? And I'm listening now. Oh boy, I got Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Echo Bravo, I think. Tango Hotel Bravo. Tango Hotel Bravo. So let's do this again. Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Hotel Bravo. Is that right?
That is correct. Thank you.
All right, very good. I finally got it correctly. And your name, please? Oh, boy. I'm so sorry. Something has slipped here, and I just did not hear anything.
He's ready to speak on the topic.
Oh, good. Thank you, Ed. You can do the relaying then. Would you please make sure he knows he's trying to tell us his comment?
Go ahead and make your comment, sir.
Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Hotel Bravo. My comment is that I would tell my younger self, don't be afraid to question things because they're going to be sometimes sometimes it's necessary to do that, or at least very helpful to do that. That's my comment. Thank you. Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Hotel Bravo. Appreciate being part of this message with me.
Okay, Patty. He said that don't be afraid to question your leader, supervisor, boss, something like that. Don't be afraid to question because they may be wrong. Over.
Very good. That does happen, doesn't it? And I think a leader who is reasonable will at least be willing to explain. Anyway, we won't go there. But it's very nice hearing everybody tonight. We are to the bottom of the list. I know that this has been a struggle tonight. We'll go quickly through the list in case anybody has another topic or a continuation of this topic, and then we'll call it a night because it's getting rough out there. So we'll go back to the top of the list to N9ASN and see if she has any new comment for us. Go ahead, Deanna, KE7IR.
KE7IR, and the group. Yes, it was a rough copy tonight. I had to listen to almost everybody on the SDR, which was a little bit difficult, but sorry if I got some things wrong, and I apologize to you, Ralph. Very sorry about that one. KK6ITB. I had the wrong thing written on my list here. So anyway, no comments, and I will turn it over to who's next on the list? Helen. So W5GHU from N9ASN.
Okay, N9ASN, W5GHU. I use this to stop and turn on the SDR because it's too loud. Okay, I just have one item on the topic of my choice, and that is I'm succeeding with getting some reimbursement down to the young people in my community, so I'm having some success with that.
Okay, I think you turned it over to Doug, WT6R. This is KE7IR.
KE7IR in the group, WT6R. Thank you, Patti. Well, let's see. I don't have any other real pertinent comments. I just wanted to say hello to Hayden over there in Rainbow. And Nick, if you're still on, Hayden, I live across the highway from you over in Fallbrook, so we're not too far apart over here. Good comments by everybody tonight. We can hear everybody quite well on the SDR, but not too well on the direct copy on the radio here in Illinois tonight. So thanks, Patti, for running the net, and I will give the rest of my time to the next person, KE7IR, WT6R.
All right, thank you, Doug. Always good to hear your voice, and you're sounding strong out of Illinois tonight. All right, K0VAC, John, your turn.
K0VAC here. You're straining my silk. It's pretty noisy tonight. It's really good to be here. The only thing I can say is that to do diet. And I would say, first of all, be sure that you follow the rule that says reduce the amount of food that you eat by 10% every 10 years after age 50, or you'll get fat like me. And the other thing is, beauty is only skin deep, but ugly goes clear to the bone, Joanne.
Oh, boy. That one my brothers used all the time. The ugly to the bone thing. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, thank you, John. It's good hearing you like always. Thanks for being here. Let's go over and see if Linda can hear us at all anymore. W7LJM, KE7IR. Oh, go ahead, comment.
So he's not going to come on. You can count him out.
I didn't quite get what you said, John. Try it again.
Yeah, number 9, 0OER, had to go to dinner. Check him out, please.
Oh, okay, got it. If you're hearing this, Deanna, line 9, N0OER would like to be grayed out. All right, thank you, John. Let's try again for Linda, W7LJM. Are you still out there?
W7LJM. Yeah, it's pretty scratchy out there. I don't have too much more to add. I hope everybody has a great week. I'm going to be tackling weeds all week, so that's pretty much it here. W7LJM, that's at KE7IR.
All right, I heard you on the Northern Utah SDR, Linda. She said she enjoyed being here, and she's going to be attacking weeds this week, like we all are here in Arizona. They're growing like weeds, and she wishes everybody has a very nice week. Thank you, Linda. All right, over to Nick, NM5NU. And by the way, Nick, a quick report on how the move went and how your kids are doing.
Yeah, KE7IR, NM5NU here in New Mexico. It's going very well. Went down to Austin, and we helped drive some vehicles back along the 4 cats and a dog, and got them all moved in to the house in Colorado Springs. Not a brand new house, but it's a new house for my daughter and son-in-law. So we're doing great. And I've just been in touch with Leona via text. And she sends her best to the whole group tonight, to you, Patti, and to Deanna. And Gil and Dana, and I had to explain, no, they're still on vacation. So, but anyway, she sends her best tonight. And yeah, they're all doing fine up there. I'm going to go back either on Wednesday or Thursday and make the drive back to Colorado Springs. But they're loving the area up there, and it's great to have them less than half the distance from us that they were before. And before, for everybody else who cares, they were down in Austin, Texas, in Kyle, Texas. That's what their location has been for the last several years. So they're in Colorado Springs now. They're all doing fine. Doug, WT600, great to hear you. Congratulations to you. Also Hayden from Rainbow. San Diego County's an old stomping ground of mine. Lived in Escondido for many years, and then down in Alpine. Good to hear Hayden tonight and everybody else on the group, but I know it's going to be difficult talking for some. All right, that'll do it for me. I'll send it back to you. We'll listen to the end of the group. KE7IR, over to you from NM5 and you. Good evening.
Good evening, Nick, and thanks for the report. Glad things that went well for your daughter and son-in-law and the 2 babies. I'm sure that it's a relief for them to be settled and closer to you. KK7WUJ, Craig, your turn for the subject of your choice.
KE7IR, this is KK7WUJ. I totally enjoyed the chat tonight. It was so funny. I had both of the stepdaughters over. We had a wonderful time tonight. We made stir fry. One brought over a cheesecake, and we discussed the topic, but for reasons I cannot explain, none of the girls would come on the thing. But the one thing they both agreed on, when I said, well, what would you do? They said, we should have listened to Mom. This is KK7WUJ, back to net.
All right, Craig. Well, that is the truth. I should have listened to Mom. I bet you all of us could say that on some subject or another. Anyway, thanks for sharing that with us, Craig. And who knows, maybe next time they're over there, you'll get them to talk on the radio. It could happen. All right, let's jump over to Gene, KN6Y. Did I get that right? YTY? This is KE7IR. I'm not hearing anything. Does anyone else?
In New Mexico.
All right, we're going to assume Gene probably couldn't hear and gave up. So let's try W5MHG Mark. And good on the band concert. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. Maybe you should do a recording of that so we can listen to it. All right, let's go on over to Ed, K6EXY, KE7IR.
Okay, thank you very much. This is K6EXY. There's probably a couple of people on this net, including you being one of them, Patti, that might be slightly interested in the whereabouts of Dan Socrates, the 81-year-old circumnavigator. She left Sydney, I don't know, probably a month ago or something like that, and she's now almost in the center of the bottom side of Australia, and she plans to circumnavigate Australia. And she's not going to be able to meet up with Gil because she's not going to be there for probably 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month before she gets up around Perth. But for anybody that might be slightly interested in her whereabouts and what's going on, that's the latest from email I got from her 2 days ago or a day ago. So with that, I will say 73. Have a nice day, everybody. And one last point, Doug, if you're listening, congratulations. It's a big deal. Congratulations. We'll see you all again on another day, maybe next Sunday. This is K60XY. Back to you there, Patti.
Thank you, Ed.
All righty. Thank you, Ed. And good comments. Thank you for telling me about Stan Socrates. She's a very remarkable woman, and it's good to hear she's still kicking and still doing her thing in her sailboat. Amazing. All right, let's go over to Larry, KN6IQ. This is KE7IR.
Yeah, okay, very good. Topic of my choice is QRM, QR Mary. To everybody listening, and hopefully they can listen because that is a big topic, especially on 40 meters when the sun's set or going, and we're still short in the mixture of long skip. I mean, you got to find a station and park at 3 kilohertz away, up or down, because that saves at least the weak signal on the primary frequency that they're using before you even got there. So QRM is my main beef, and I hope it penetrates in some thick skulls. Over.
Thank you for saying so. But I rather doubt it's going to make much difference. But anyway, thanks for bringing it up, and we can all try to be careful about how wide we are and how close we get to other frequencies when people are using them. All right, thank you so much, Larry, and over to me, KT6YBD, KT7IR.
Good evening all again, and Patti, thanks for doing this. You do great, and you sound great. I've got you a solid S9, maybe 5 over on voice peak, and Linda was saying that it was starting to fade in her direction. Well, her audio was getting in here booming loud with a steady 5 over into North San Diego County. Anyway, and I'll be in your neck of the woods next weekend, a little bit north of you in Tucson for an annual club meeting, radio club meeting, the Cactus Intertie over there at the Hilton. And so I'll be listening to. I think I'll already be heading home by the time. Well, I better be heading home by the time the net comes around. But I'll be listening in the Mobile if I'm still on the road at that time. Anyway, good to hear everybody. A lot of strong stations. The weak ones were the ones that were closer to me. But those that were over that way, and Virginia and Illinois or wherever it was, those were booming in here. Propagation seems to be long tonight. This is Kilo Golf 6, Yankee Victor Delta.
All right, very good, Hayden. Well, have a good trip over to Tucson and enjoy your meeting or whatever it is. I hope it all goes well for you, and who knows, maybe I'll hear you on some of the 2-meter repeaters. We have some good ones here. So should you need information on that, you can let me know. But if you're like me, you just use Repeater Book, and it is pretty good at telling you what you need to know about what's available. All right, we will send it over to Ralph, KK6ITV, for the subject of your choice. One more time, KK6ITV, are you still with us? I am not not hearing anything, so we'll go to KH6JRC. But I'm going to need a relay.
Okay, back to you, Patty.
All right, thank you. I was unable to hear him. Did you get any information to share?
No, he just turned it back to you. I heard him on the direct radio. Over.
Oh, okay, very good. All right, well, sorry, Tim. I couldn't hear you that time, but next week will probably be better. All right, let's try KC9THB. One more time, KC9THB, are you there? All right, I think everybody is giving up because it's, for many of us, hard to hear. All right, very good. What a wonderful evening. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. I actually very much enjoyed this topic and your comments. Thank you so much for being there. I'm going to close this net at this time before everybody dies. I'm trying to hear through all this noise. And thank you all for being there. It was a rough go, but we made it through. And I'll look forward to talking with you again next Sunday. I will stick around for a little while in case there's a question or somebody out there that wants to say a quick hello or get a radio check or something. And this is KE7IR standing by.
W5GA2.